Tacoma, Tacoma, made famous in that song, of course. Get your kicks on Route 66. And here's Ed from Troy. The gaping look here, Ed.
Multiple agencies are responding. When we got to the scene, it was obvious that there were some fatalities and there were a lot of injuries, and some people were able to get off the train. Multiple cars and trucks were struck by train cars that left the...
Multiple cars and trucks.
And there were a lot of injuries, and some people were able to... The train derailed. Multiple agencies are responding.
Stop it here. Very interesting here with the rat... I don't know, Rat-Renat, whatever that is. Interesting, it's in the background. Quite an interesting piece of graffiti, really, quite pro. And very tidy. This train derailed in a very tidy fashion, as you do when you're in Washington, pretty tidy state. And 501, just like the Levi jeans. It's I-5 they're saying, of course that's 9514. 777 of course. And it's been a while with Amtrak. They had a real run of these there and one in Canada. But we've definitely slowed down on this idea, but this also can be the 153 of course. 135, 153 ideas we know so well, like the fishing boat story, the casting the net, and the Vesica Pisces. The freeway has been shut down. And of course, when we see the 13 and the 14, always a story of Osiris and the body parts. 13 and the 14th being the Dingadonga, of course. And it's incredible here with that name getting up in a few lights. I think they'd be loving this, eh? DuPont Road. So, yes, as I said, we haven't had one of these for a while. So it looks like this might be the beginning of a new run. There's something going on in Atlanta, at the airport as well. And it would seem just before Christmas we usually will have a little bit of this for Donald. And we are getting very close now, only 4 days away. So a nice little story with 13 and 14. Well, 77 people. And Euclid here in reverse. 74, 47. There's Ed. Train cars are dangling. There's this up here too. 350 gallons, but look. 1351. Yes, interesting part of the story here. The military were first on the scene. The military were hanging around here and got there quickly. So God bless America and God bless the military. Well, the dingle dangle. They're dangling the tea bag. Here's dangling the train. And of course here we have what we usually all see, and even this one. Back to yellow tape here. We've had a lot of blue and white tape lately. We're back to yellow. Like this one here, there's a whole lot of logs on their way to market. And the train is blocking that up, of course. Oh, look at this little image here. There's a bit of a 777. Amtrak. Amtrak have been involved in a lot of these events, that is for certain. Oh, look, it's a bit of a different look. Definitely looking different to the other. No surprises there, of course. I was going to have something a bit different about something. This one here. What's happening here? Several. I love several. That's what it, the quote for this picture is several DAD on arrival. There's your I-5 idea. Mounting. Don't mind the Mounties. I haven't seen any military yet. First on the scene. They must have left when all the fire engines arrived. It's a bit of a night image. Night and day now. Yes, it looks like they've changed the rescue workers scene a few times here in the middle of all this. There's one look with those the ambulance paramedics in the middle of the road there. And here it's quite an empty scene. Everybody went home for a while. And here we've got all these white trucks. Now, come down back to here. No, we didn't have any white trucks. They took them on, moved them out. They had all the cups of tea in them, of course. And biscuits. Yes, the old musical rescue team, musical chairs, sort of rescue team ideas going. See this thing here? There's no white trucks here, definitely. They definitely moved them out. A lot of civilian cars here this time. Not many fire engines. Empty there, as I said. And you can see it also was wet on this particular part of the mission. Now, the other side of the country at Atlanta, Georgia, we had a big power out. And here's the people with no power in purple. Yes, the power of purple. People with their hands in their pockets. Not much more you can do, I guess, when the power's down. There's a nice little pattern here. Yes, very nice blurry imagery from Atlanta. And this guy's having a bit of a chin wag, as you can see here. And the bursting, blazing sun idea coming through the window. Who needs power? You've got the sun. And if people aren't aware of Britannia and the wheelchair ideas that we've seen many a time, so they're naturally going to include that here. And somebody talking on the telephone while having a bit of a scratch of the nuts. There's a nice big crescent moon. But gee, poverty airports in America, and it seems strange because it looks quite flash, but they don't have seats for people. In Australia, they have enough seats at the airport for most of the passengers and a few guests usually. No problem in seating in Australian airports, but in America you've got to really lie on the floor. That is very interesting because I thought America was really the home of airports, that they'd be well catered for. At least give the people some seats in the waiting room. But evidently not.